Hello everyone. So coming back with today's tutorial, let's have a recap. But first of all, what is today's date is National Tourism Day and also National Voter Day. So let's have a recap of today's tutorial. Front page covering the 8 killed in Maharashtra ordnance factory blast. Second one is about the Bihar Chief Minister honored the Olympians Paralympic stars. India's Indonesia set to discuss the Myanmar conflict during talks. There is a border patrol. The pictures depicting the army personnel in Jammu Kashmir on the Friday in the line of control in a Kupwara district of JNK. Moving to the next article is there are two editorials relating to the 75th anniversary of our republic, 75th years of our constitutions. So that's celebrating as a Republic Day. Covering both the articles. Moving to the next one is Pralay, India's first quasi-ballistic missile to be showcased at a Republic Day parade. Seventh one is study finds the link between smartphones and use of mental health of adolescents. Eighth, covering about the Bihar government ensured the spotting equipments in 8,000 panchayat. So there are very less editorials today. So usually cover in within the 30 minutes. Till just have patience and let's start the news. So 8 killed in Maharashtra ordnance factory blast. So what is ordnance here? A factory that makes a bomb and weapons, and basically it comes under Department of Ministry of Defense, and there is also a ordnance factory board that was headquarters is in Kolkata, and it consists of 41 factories, 9 trains, 3 regulatory markets, and 5 region of control. I've already noted here, but basically something was missing their points. So here it was happened in the Maharashtra of Bandra district on a Friday morning. 8 people dead and 5 were injured. So a special SIT team has been set up in the district administration on the Superintendent of Police. So that the blast took place at 10:40 a.m. And in the building containing a low temperature plastic explosive according to the ordnance factory, and this building caught fire and collapsed and trapping the 13 workers under the debris. The death toll rises up to the rescue operation, and is a 1813 AM National Disaster Response Force had manually removed the trapped workers from debris using a specialized equipment. So there are 4 victims identified. Only 4 deceased workers have been identified. Far Chandrasekhar Goswami, Manoj Mehram, Ajay Deve, Ankit Barai, and 5 injured are here the names of the recipients who are injured and admitted to the hospital, Laksh Hospital and the Bandara District General Hospital. So moving to the next article. So the Indonesia set to discuss the Myanmar conflicts during talks. So here the Myanmar conflict will be featured prominently in discussion between visiting Indonesian President Prabowo. He is also a chief guest for tomorrow Republic Day events. So here is the chief guest of Republic Day celebration calling on the external S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, Friday on industry big weeks on Friday. So the scenario in Myanmar official agenda is that India and Indonesia have trying to switch up a dialogue process of various domestic stakeholders in East Asian countries. So discussing the several regional issues including the tension and the South China Sea. India has recently hosted a number of ethnic armed organization as well as the exiled national duty government, and also hosted the groups. So the chain escalated. The countries established a dialogue between military, Nai Pai Tav, and ethnic armed organization. And the situation in Myanmar has escalated over last year, and military junta losing control over area in Chin state, Rakhine and Seging Neon. And the latest downfall to Arakan Army in defense, Arakan Army in December 2024. So here the Bihar Chief Minister honors the Olympian Paralympic stars silver medalist Deepa Malik, Olympic bronze Bijendra Singh, double Olympic bronze medalist PR Prijesh, double Paralympic medalist Sharat Kumar, six-time Winter Olympian Shiva Keshan, women's hockey team head coach Harinder Singh, and sporting star were honored with the shawl and a cased silver fish. So as per Bihar state fishes can be important. Just noted the date and who got the medals, a medalist, and which where it is facilitated. So it can be asked. So what was the and the cash champion Jay Prakash Singh won the champion award. Teenage chess talented MD Rayan backed the young achiever honor, and both were cash prize of 50,000 each. So here's the UP temple got a FCRA not without a request. So the temple committee logged in. Basically, it is a Foreign Contribution Regulation Act according to 2010. The famous Banke Bihari temple in Uttar Pradesh, Vrindavan, enabling to receive the donation from foreign countries for religious activity, and temple priest however said that they have never applied for registration. So the temple committee logged in a legal battle with a BJP government and state over the control of temple's affair and fund. So there is a presently honored by the Sivad Goswami priest and Swami Haridas who built the temple over 550 years ago. So currently stand about it is 480 crore apart from from gold and other valuables. Moving to the next article is the foundation value of the journey of Indian state. So basically on the 75th anniversary of coming into effect of Constitution of India, it is imperative to the journey of Indian state of perspective foundation values that we plan the course of deliberation. So the Constituent Assembly newly independent adopted the founding documents of Constitution of India. 2 months thereafter, Republic officially came into force with the constitutional being effect. So the Constituent Dr. B.R. Ambedkar delivered the closing address on November 26, 1949, and he characterized the complex challenges ahead. He and exile Indian would place the country above their creed. So put the country first above the creed. So today we realize the words from closing address carrying a meaningful lessons from next 75th year propelled us to guard the constitution. So the federal public is here. It is debated recent time that interpretation of India's federal structure tussle between state government and some of state government made a way to the Supreme Court of India. Pitched batteries are being fought within the outset. Parliament on the issue of simultaneous election, the neglect of regional languages such as Tamil, Kannada, Bengali, Marathi are so being argued from the vanguard of multilingualistic equality, state autonomy. Fiscal federalism has been a major sticking point of states suffering under the dual regime of Finance Commission and Goods and Services Act. The next delimitation exercises, which will determine the autocratic future of India, is said to result in showdown between union states and control their population. So it is strange to give the integral federalism has been constitutional discourse over last 50 years or so. The word federal is now been found in a text of constitution. What is the criticism in the constitution in the early days is that it is well anticipated by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The document is anti-federal. Addressing the complaints while speaking in 1949, Ambedkar explained the center and states are co-equal in matter of legislative and executive authority. And as such regular contract, democratic business is federal on the account of constitutional codes. Federalism beginning with the judgment of S.R. Bomai versus Union of India. The famous cases S.R. Bomai versus Union of India. 1994 continuing the government of NCI Delhi versus Union of India. So the unequal democracy is how India has matured over 75 years into social democracy that is guided by the constitutional value of liberty, equality, fraternity. The argument put forth by many critics of government, and it has become the police states. The Office of Seditions along the Activities Prevention Act supplement from these positions. Similarly, a degree of equality among various questions of merit introspectus Sorry for inconvenience. Let's start. So here the economic equality before they become threat to democracy. He went to the fledgling republic, terming the idea of Indian nation as a delusion. So the Ambedkar divided into several thousand of castes can be nation. 75 years hence we are fairly claimed fostered fraternal feeling through a social and political movement. Here we succeeded to some degree in neutralizing its significance, and some the constitution has failed. So, need of constitutional guardian is that it evolved from European colonial perspective. It has become a common trope to suggest replacement present-day constitution with India document drawing a dharmic concept, a greater insult to combine intellectual constituent assembly. 3 years of constituent assembly, 75 years of nation building, and India, and that have made India what is today. The remaining wheel of constitution of country must respond to Ambedkar call of defense of democracy. People who call to them to govern. So, what is a clear-headed guidance for future constitution is that he argued the cases for guardians who are philosopher kings, and India need a guardian more than ever. There are guardians in the form of bureaucrats, politicians, journalists, which can truly inspire to promise the constituent. So, moving to the next article is at 75 constitution. What is justice and personal liberty? Basically, writer is saying here, still there is a 75th years of the constitutional justice, liberty, and our personal liberty. Like here the about the famous case one is about the registrating the descent of constitutional ethics is upon A.K. Gopalam versus State of Madras. Fazal Ali dissenting the opinions here. The preventive of A.K. Gopalam by Government of Independent India and Supreme Court majority ruling the constitutional interpretation of caste have inaugural conjunction in 1950 have now been unheld the Gopalan's right. So it is can scarcely forgotten that Article 21 right to life and personal liberty. Article 21 right to life and personal liberty is designed to assure the dignity of individual, as every right can be demolished within the state assembly. But Article 21 says that firstly that this is so much important article that that it defines that if a person exists, then this article is important. Even in, if this article, if this person, if this right is used by a person, it means their existence occur here, and for after this existence then another articles are important, and also as a fundamental duty and a fundamental, it is considered that the Article 21 can't be even demolished during the even emergency time. So the here the designed to assure the dignity of individual development evolution. So if it is not preserved, then what, there is no difference between the colonial rule and the person that we live today. So the article on the basis of might we piece together memories that render the constitution workable, flexible, strong, and the dominant political reduces to degrade the politics to fracture the banality of shads. So the preventive detention is peer trial through the domicile violence, rituals of the humiliations, to use the Gopalan's words, impose the indescribed. A.K. Gopalan, 1950, challenging the inauguration of constitutional contradiction at the one end, at Umar Khalid Shriji and Khulishipa Fatiman, several citizenship, and you know the Citizenship Amendment Act, CA. It's still that the people from Bangladesh, Pakistan, tells that it is a bulldozer, living bulldozer, disposition, partition, prison complexes. The people can come, enter, can reside in the India. Who proliferated by 2017, the Putta Swami judgment came preventive detention and prolonged the ages of judgment of the preventive detention proliferates the constitutional court, and there is escalation in the areas arrest of authorized legislation. So the challenge of CA 2019 now trapped in the talons of anti-terror procedure and vital personal liberty. So A.K. Gopalam and today's registry is in the memoir of the cause of people reminiscence 1973. A.K. Gopalan gives us a fine-grained account of his imprisonment along the several others Indians. filled to secure liberty from British courts and celebrate independence in a jail in August 15, 1947. He was arrested for his crime on the Emperor. Section 124A produces before ADM Calicut Independent. He filed affidavit. He filed a petition. So Gopala himself argued another writ petitions in Madras, and court set a fires on the last day of hearings, and court released me again. The account has been a similar contemporary 1950 belonged to the free Indian rules. So the no room for a retrospective grade. The case of 16-month arrest in the Bhima Karegaon writer has activities, poem, farmers, teachers, anti-CAA protester, most of them community leader, Muslim, anticipations of the violence, arrest the domicile and prevent the danger, state action must be taken. Constitutional courts in the exercise of creative. Bakshi's phrase in the cause of right to personal liberty as a justice needed some of India's and fourth generation were understood the work of constitutional ethical spirit, that what is constitution means to it. How our constitution makers give a basic key for our life so that we can sustain, and neither any other government or any other colonial rule empower us. The power is in the hands of people, not any other political activities and not any other things. They are because of the people. So moving to the next. The Pralay is the India's first quasi-ballistic missile to be showcased at Republic Day parade. So the DRDO is set to showcase the Pralay, an indigenous short-range quasi-ballistic missile at the Republic Day parade in tomorrow's Republic Day parade in New Delhi Sunday. So the Air Force Pralay is the first ballistic missile. Question can be asked about the ballistic missiles. What is its range and what missile is used? So Pralay is using. So the India's arsenal for conventional strikes, Army's battle surveillance system will be a part of a parade. With the range of 400 km, Pralay adds BrahMos and Prahar missile already in inventory, giving India's military an option for standoff missile. So there is a missile strikes along the line of control and line of actual control, LOC and LAC. So the development trial of trials are over, the now complete, and official said nothing. Defense Ministry has already accorded the acceptance of necessity. The system featured twin launcher on the Ashok Leland 12x12 high mobility vehicles, seen as an ongoing rehearsal for Republic Day parade. So Defense Acquisition Council approved the procurement of Pralay tactile ballistic, and also the range is covering the range 400 km. And Nirbhay long range subsonic land with a range 1000 km. So both of which will give a range of conventional strike option for Indian military, and few hundred put together the missiles to approved by DSC. So moving to the next article. It's about the Odisha, Chhattisgarh and toppers in fiscal health index. So here the mineral rich Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Jharkhand have emerged as the top performing achievers among the listed of Niti Aayog first fiscal health index. So the report entitled the FHI 2025 ranked the state for covering 18 major states that drive the Indian economy to Indian GDP, demographic, total public expenditures, revenue and overall fiscal stability. So here the report shows that the Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Kerala are worst performing states in FHI, each focusing significant fiscal challenges on aspirational category, and reports aim to evolve the understanding of fiscal health as listed Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka under the front runner category. Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Rajasthan, Haryana were classified as a performers. So as per report, 16th Finance Commission Chairman Arvind Pangadia, the Odisha's excelled with a fiscal health of highest score is 67.8. And referring to the top 5 achiever state, Niti Aayog said that these have a high higher outlay of 4% gross GDP, GSDP, effective with revenue surplus, and the low interest payment of 7% revenue receipts. So basically, the development expenditure is up to 73% witness and 24% GSDP ratio. So as per Odisha top the depth index 99.0 and depth sustainable 64 point. Odisha has maintained a low fiscal deficit and a good debt profile with GSDP ratio, while Kerala Punjab struggle with a low quality of expenditure and depth in the West Bengal faces a revenue mobilization, and Andhra Pradesh has a high fiscal and Haryana has a poor debt profile. So it is basically the calculate the fiscal health index is source from the CAG. So what is the China's refusal to the signed treaty of worries the Khandu? Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Prema Khandu said that China's refusal to enter the binding international water treaties logical concerning the Northeast. So speaking in the inaugurations of the function, Environment Security organized Itanagar on Friday, and he drew the attention of all stake toward the Chinese plan to construct the World Hydro Power Project. Yarlung Tsangpo is already in news. It was building across the Brahmaputra in Assam before flowing into Bangladesh as a Jamuna. So this China confirmed plans to build a 16,000 megawatt at sub-Himalayan region, and dam will be control the timing and volume of the water to period to drought. So basically the Brahmaputra river will dry up during winter and disturbing the life of Siang belt of plains of Assam. Basically these are the affected areas and also covering the Arunachal Pradesh. So moving to the next article is, so the study finds a link between smartphone use and mental health of adolescents. So basically the survey is 10,000 adolescents of 13 to 17 year of USA and India revealed that mental well-being is closely linked with the earlier age of initiation of mobile phones and could decline significantly with each younger age. The report titled that the youth mind is Rising Aggression and Anger by Sapien Lab documented 10,475 internet-enabled adolescents across India and US in 2024. So although the numerous facts have been traditionally identified and diverse by poor mental health, a key change in younger generation is arrival of smartphones, which is introduced in 2008, coinciding with one set of risking mental health problems. The report highlights the key trend with her, particularly focus on rise of feeling aggression, anger, irritations, and hallucination. Basically, what are the disadvantages of using the excess smartphones? The data is showing here, but also sadness, anxiety, unwanted thoughts, and sense of being detached. So the lab of Tara Thangarajan, neuroscientist is Sapien Labs, that pace deterioration of mental well-being is slower in India, while the overall decline in mental wealth is in younger age is strongly present for males in USA. It is only present for females in India and not in the males, where only selected appropriate deteriorated while other is improved. So even for the females, it is overall decline in mental health well-being is not steep in India. So what is the merits of EdTech? In attempt to address these, the growing of the merits of educational technology in the elementary and the middle school years, one of the possible solution is to provide the restricted access to phones and teenager, which using the locks in a parental control regarding the app teenagers. So this is a message by the Thangarajan doctor. Moving to the next article, and the last one is the Bihar government to ensure the sporting equipment in the 8,000 panchayats. Sumriwala calls for a better result on global stage. Vijendra Siraj and Sarath go down a memory lane. So here the postcard from the Patna. Let me just newspaper. So here the Rians received the Young Achiever Award from Bihar CM Nitish Kumar. Abhishek Isar, Akshat Rathi and Nishit Khan speak about the sports in Bihar. And the Dr. Pralay Majmudar and G. Kishore discuss the value of sports data. So challenges in the Rishikesh Joshi talk about the challenges at the grassroots. So there's a global stage like Adili Sumriwala, Vice President of World Athletes, call for more communication between stakeholders and focus on entire ecosystem. Basically here is the conclave, sports conclave focusing on Bihar. So from the state point of view, from Bihar, it can be important. Just remember the names of the awardees that is given. And won the Olympias like Vijendra Singh Srijays and Sharad go down in memory lane for contribution to the ecosystem Olympians. And the candid star focusing the Bihar conclave here on Friday. The role model was Hawa Singh Ruchania, and Arjun Award was also. So here's concluding to today's news. Let's have a summary. So first front page covering the 8 killed in Maharashtra ordnance factory blast. Second one is about the Bihar Chief Minister honors Olympian Paralympic stars. Indian Indonesia set to discuss a Myanmar conflict during the talks. And UP temples get a FCR not without a request. Moving to the third one is about the two editorials covering the foundational values of journey of Indian state till the 75th anniversary of Republic Day, on the occasion of Republic Day. Fifth one covering the fourth one is about the constitutional justice and personal liberty. Sixth one is about the Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Goa topper in the fiscal health index. And what is the China refused to the sign of water treaties, worrying the Premachand Khandu. Seventh one is the link between the smartphones and use of mental health on adolescents. And eighth one is the Bihar government ensure the sporting panchayatin. So that's for today, covering all the basic facts. Important editorials are very less, so the today's editorial are within under 30 minutes. So till now, good night, take care, and let's meet tomorrow with the next editorial. Till now, bye.